Warning: PooL is an obnoxious narcissist that uses bad language and is not at all politically correct. He will at times be offensive and has a don't give a rat's ass attitude. If you're ultra sensitive and a snowflake, you might want to shut this off and find a happy-go-lucky video someplace else. Thank you and enjoy.
Konnichiwa, bitches! PooL here, and I would like to say I am sorry because I put out a video for last week's go-home shows before the pay-per-view, and I uploaded it. It was like an hour and a half long, and I had some music in there too, and one song got my video blocked. So that one song can suck it. Kiss my butt. But I'm not going to redo the video, so we're just going to talk about Payback as it is. And if you're a fan of WWE, you should have seen those shows already anyways. So let's get right into it. Payback opens up with the pre-show of Enzo and Cass facing Gallows and Anderson for like the 800th time. They are in San Jose, California. And they do a promo. Enzo does a promo, and they do their usual shtick. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And it was all Chinese food references. And then instantly we go into a damn commercial. I was like, wait a second. I thought there was no commercials on pay-per-views. Well, I was wrong. We get commercials on pay-per-views now. At least it wasn't like regular TV commercials. It was just a WWE commercial. So, we get a promo after that, before the match starts up, and, for Matt and Jeff, and Matt's continuing to break in and out of the broken gimmick. Broken Matt Hardy is slowly starting to come out. Wonderful! Wonderful! Excellent! We love it. We get another promo with Goldust and R-Truth greeting Matt and Jeff Hardy, saying hello. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? And so we get to another commercial for a promo, and now this one they did like 20 times throughout the pay-per-view. Was the Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton promo, but they also did the Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns promo like a dozen times, it seemed like, also, over and over and over. So the promo was for the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match was the House of Horrors match, and Bray was like, I'm gonna take you to my House of Horrors, House of Horrors, Randy. We'll talk about that one in a minute when we get there, because I got some bones to pick with that match. Okay, so after that promo, we get a Miz and Maurice running a Miz TV with Finn Balor. We're still in the pre-show. Miz acts as his usual self, annoying, jerk, heel, yellow striped, typical stuff. So he's trying to give Finn crap, and Finn says he's going to get his title back, and Miz, of course, doubts him, who holds the title as Brock Lesnar, of course, who I'll just mention right now and not mention it afterwards, should be defending the damn belt and not taking time off to go play in Canada or wherever he is. If they're going to take a belt off of Naomi because she injured herself and can't compete for 30 days, it's been a couple months now since Brock Lesnar got the belt, and where is he? What a bunch of crap. And it's like the belt's not even important for the show anymore. Anyways. So we get back to Finn Balor and the Miz. Miz running his mouth. Finn Balor hits the sling blade, does the drop kick to the corner. It was going to go for the coup de grace, but Miz ran away like usual. He got away. So we get to the beginning of the pay-per-view. It opens with Y2J and wearing his light-up scarf. This match is Y2J versus Kevin Owens for the U.S. title. If Jericho wins, he moves to SmackDown. That's the stipulation. And let's see, Owens is vicious in this match. It was a great match between them two. And they did the spot again where Chris Jericho had him in the walls of Jericho, and Owens got one finger on the rope, and it was awesome. Jericho lost it. He lost his crap. I also got to mention that Owens won the title from Y2J at WrestleMania, which means Owens was the third guy to ever win the U.S. title at WrestleMania. So, anyways, back to the finger thing. So Owens gets that one finger on the bottom rope to break the hold, and Jericho loses it, and he starts he kicks his hand, stomps on it, puts it, bounces it off the steel steps, puts it in between the ring post and the steel steps, and kicks the steps, and so his hand's destroyed. And one of the funniest things there was Corey up on the announcers who was like, Jericho just crippled the new finger of America. Because Owens is being the new face of America, so they played it up. He just crippled the new finger of America. That was funny. Owens ends up tapping out to Y2J, and which means Y2J wins the U.S. title and is moving to SmackDown. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that he's probably going to drop the belt right back to Owens because he's booked to go work out with Fozzy, his band, and he's not supposed to come back for 6 or 7 months or so. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be dropping that belt either this week or next week back to Owens, and then he'll be gone. So after that match, we get the cruiserweights up, Austin Aries versus Neville. It was a pretty good match. They did their usual stuff. They didn't do as much flippity-floppity as most of the cruiserweights tend to knowing to be doing, but, whatever. It was all right. For his age, Austin Aries looks pretty damn good for his age. I'm not sure how old. I think he's in his late 30s or something like that. And so Austin Aries had him in the last chancery on Neville. And Neville did the typical heel thing and pulled the referee into them so that way he gets DQ'd and doesn't lose the title belt. So Austin Aries loses a second pay-per-view for the belt. So I don't know what's going to happen now. So we'll see what happens on Raw and where they're going to be bringing Austin Aries. Neville is a great heel. We'll just have to see. So we get a couple more promos. We had a Shinsei Nakamura promo saying that he's not going to be wrestling until the 21st of May at a pay-per-view. So, but he's on SmackDown anyways. That's a SmackDown pay-per-view coming up, and I don't know why they're doing that. You should at least have him, do a couple squash matches on SmackDown before that time. We get a. Where is it? Yeah, we get a Sheamus and Cesaro with Charlie Caruso. They played an interview early about facing the Hardys and stuff like that, and of course they ran through their usual skit. So then that next match was Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys. They pulled out a lot of stuff with all their repertoires on this match. It was a pretty good match. A lot of full delete chants from the crowd, Brother Nero chants, obsolete chants. The Hardys end up winning the match, and so they do the sportsmanlike conduct thing and shake their hands and everything like that after the match. And as the Hardys turn their back, they come back out and destroy them. Cesaro and Sheamus totally destroy. Matt gets bleeding by a kick to the head. And then he does the brogue kick also to the back of Jeff Hardy's head while Cesaro's holding his arms by the ring post so he gets slammed into it. Maybe this will help lead to some more brokenness. We'll have to wait and see on that too. So next up we get the Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. It is Bayley's hometown. Usually what WWE is accustomed to doing when they're at people's hometown is making them lose. because they got this idea in their head that it could make them look stronger if they lose and handle it gracefully at the place that they live. Freaking retarded. But so yeah, Alexa Bliss looked incredible. If I was a human, you betcha, I'll be all over that like white on rice. Uses see. Oh yeah, Alexa Bliss she uses the 4 count quite a bit to be vicious and does all kinds of nasty stuff. She is a heel. She does play that role very well, as I've said before in the past. Bayley hits a Macho Man elbow off the top rope, and Alexa kicks out of it. And so they're in a corner at the end of the match, and Alexa's trying to set Bayley up to roll her over for a pin, and Bayley sits down and puts her knees on her shoulders and grabs her legs. And then when Alexa kicks out, Bayley was flying underneath the corner of the ring post, head first into the post, and basically almost knocked herself out. Alexa Bliss takes advantage of it and hits her with a massive DDT. Alexa Bliss wins the title. Shocking. I didn't think they were going to do that. But then again, there's that question of the hometown thing that always happens. Let's see. We get the Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton promo again. Let's see. So this is the match that comes up. It's no hold barred. It starts outside, and it's supposed to end in the ring. So what happens is Orton shows up in a limo to this House of Horrors, Bray's House of Horrors. Shows up in a limo with no shirt and a 5 o'clock shadow on his face. Now, who drives around a limo with no shirt, especially to like a match like this? It's like lazy creative crap, you know. It's a spooky house, but Bray attacks from behind. They fight throughout the whole house, you know, using everything they can. Wyatt beats him down, gets in a limo, laughing, singing the whole world, and says to the driver, "Take me to the arena." And so it was nighttime too. So when we get back to the match, you know, they stop here and they go to the next match. When we get back to the match, you gotta remember these guys are in San Jose, California. It's not dark there at the time of the pay-per-view. So it's like, hello, creative. I'll talk about that some more in a minute. So the next match ends up being Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe does a lot of no selling, but he does dismantle Seth pretty good. And Rollins ends up winning with a sneaky roll up during a sleeper hold that Joe was trying to put on him. So it was actually not bad. I mean, the match was kind of long and boring. It was just a dismantling of Seth, but it is what it is. Then the limo arrives. I think what hurt that match a lot was the fact that they had the first half of Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton's match before their match. And then right after their match, the limo arrives. Bray gets out and goes to the ring. Oh, and by the way, it's daytime now. And he left the house and it was nighttime. It's 6:15 in LA at the time of the pay-per-view, at the time when he's showing up. So it doesn't make any sense. Ray walks out. They follow him out to the ring. He does his entrance, you know, with the fireflies and all that. Lights come up, and there's Randy Orton standing behind him. By the way, in different pants and clean shaven. Hello? Like, we didn't see what happened 15 minutes earlier. It's like, stupid. How stupid is this? The fight continues, and then, of course, the Rahamaji, what's his face there? Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood boys, the Singh brothers, attack Randy Savage. Oh yeah! They attack Randy Orton from behind, and Jinder Mahal hits Orton 2 times with the belt because it's no hold barred, so it means no DQ. And so Bray gets Sister Abigail for the pin for the win. We knew Bray was going to win anyways because they ended up dropping it for the title. It was no longer a title. It's like, that's what they keep doing now. Nobody gets title rematches anymore. What's going on? AJ never got his either. That was stupid. And so we get another commercial, and then we get Shinsuke Nakamura promo again. Then we get to the main event. Main event is Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. And it's supposed to be just I guess it's supposed to be a regular match. But, and they show this whole promo of Strowman destroying Roman Reigns over the last couple weeks. Strowman comes out, everybody's psyched. Crowd is loud. As soon as Roman Reigns comes out, boom, mute button. Kevin Dunn went crazy on they muted the whole crowd throughout this whole match. It was freaking retarded. It's like you can see and you can hear them booing, but just turning the volume down on the audience doesn't negate the fact that they're booing. And they're not booing because he's a good heel. They're booing because they don't want to see his face. Anyway, so Roman Reigns comes out. He's all taped up around his ribs and his shoulder and stuff. And the first 10 minutes of the match, Strowman just went to destroying Roman Reigns, dismantling him piece by piece. It was awesome. And then Roman was hanging on by a thread throughout the match, and then he'd get a few little licks in here and there. Eventually, Braun just overpowered him so much and hit him with 2 power slams, and that ended the match. And then afterwards, Braun totally destroys Roman Reigns with the steps. Brings the steps into the ring and does like a snake eyes on him to the steps, and then, of course, Roman Reigns cannot seem to learn how to get a blood capsule from a referee without it being seen on television. Idiot. So anyways, Braun picks up the steps, and then Roman Reigns lays on his back, and Braun drops the hammer on him right on his chest. Roman Reigns has the blood capsule in his mouth and starts spitting it out. Match is over. Braun leaves. They use a camera on Roman all the way out. They're trying to get the referees trying to get him on a stretcher, and he's like, "I ain't getting on no stretcher. I'm walking out." Blah blah blah. And he's spitting blood everywhere, or fake blood, in quotations. And that ends up being to the end of the pay-per-view. So I hope those of you who saw it enjoyed it. Those of you who didn't, you can catch probably replays of it on YouTube already. But other than that, I will once again say sorry about last week. I am not uploading. It took me 4 hours to upload that other video yesterday from last week, because the video was like an hour and a half. Plus I had a full animated background, and it took like 4 hours to upload it, all for that to get blocked and shit. So they can suck it. Alright, so I'm gone. Cat PooL signing out. I'll see you guys for the next wrestling review show. And there'll be some music, and hopefully it won't get blocked. Peace out, suckers.